Okay, for this project I am using, it's just regular Red Heart Super Saver yarn, which is just a worsted weight 4-ply acrylic, and oops, actually used the jumbo roll of it, which is 744 yards, and I didn't quite use it all, but pretty close. So you're gonna need probably at least I'd probably get 720 just to be safe, but if one jumbo roll will be fine. And it's 396 grams, and the color I use is soft white, but of course you can use any color that you want. And I'm using a size H, which is a 5mm crochet hook. And then also you're gonna need either some type of fiber fill, like you can buy the loose fiber fill stuff at Walmart. I actually got what is called a pillow insert. It's just a plain white pillow, and it's made to be inserted into the cases. So it's just kind of got like a little canvasy stuff on it. I don't know if they have these at Walmart. I didn't look. I actually got mine on Amazon, and I think it was like $8. The size that I got is 16 by 16. So if you want to make the pillow the size that I'm making, and you want to go with the insert, it needs to be the 16 by 16 one. But of course, if you're using the loose fiber fill stuff, it doesn't matter the size doesn't really matter. You can just follow along with me, and you can stuff it to however thick or thin you want it. Okay, you want to start out with a chain of 56. And once you get your chain of 56 made, we want to go ahead and double crochet in the 4th stitch from the hook. And remember that we never count the one that's on our hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and double crochet. And now I'm going to work my way across, putting 1 double crochet in every stitch for the length of the chain. So row 1 is kind of like our base row. Just like that. 1 double crochet in every stitch for the length of the chain. Okay, when you make it to the end of your first row of double crochet, you want to chain 1 and turn. Now we'll start working the cable stitches. Row 2, we want to go ahead and we're going to put a double crochet in this very first stitch. So right there, double crochet into it, and we want to have 6 double crochets in a row, so that counts as 1. So we're going to put 1 double crochet in each of the next 5, so counting that one it'll be 6. So we need 6 total, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 more, there's 6. Now we're going to be working front post triple crochets. So we're going to skip 3 stitches. Skip, skip, skip. And we're going to work a front post triple crochet in the next 3 stitches. So what it is just a triple crochet, but we work it around the post instead of the top of the stitch. So go ahead and skip your 3 and in the next stitch you want to yarn over twice for a triple crochet and go around the post like that and finish your triple crochet out. Like that. So that's a front post triple. Now I need to do that in the next 2 stitches, this one and this one. Yarn over twice, go around the post, and triple like that, and then one more time, yarn over twice and around the post and triple crochet like that. So now we need to back it back up in the 3 stitches that we skipped right there, 3 posts. We're going to do front post triple crochets around these, starting with this very back one, our very first one way back here. So it's just kind of a stretch, but you yarn over twice, and I kind of like pull my post up a little bit and go around the post and triple crochet. So there's one. Sometimes you got to dig around and look for them to make sure you get the right ones. And then this one, yarn over twice for a triple, go around the post, triple crochet, there's 2, and you can see the stitches kind of get lost, but just pull them apart and you'll see it there. And there's 3. So now they're kind of crossed over. Now what we want to do next is we're going to do 1 double crochet in each of the next 6 stitches, working in the top of them. Again, we're not going to be going around the post. Only when we do the cables we go around the post. So 1 double crochet in each of the next 6 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to do another cable. We're going to do this same thing again. My cat's down here tangling himself up in my yarn. So we want to skip these 3 stitches and do front post triple crochets around these 3. So go ahead and skip your 3 and yarn over twice, go around the post of the next one and triple crochet, again go to the next one, around the post and triple crochet, and then another one around the post, triple crochet, just like that. Okay, again we back it up and we do the front post triple around the 3 posts that we skipped, starting with this very first one. There's 1. Two. And pull all your stitches back, and you can see the last one here. And 3. And that is the start of your second cable. Okay, again we're going to put 1 double crochet in each of the next 6 stitches. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then we'll start working another cable by repeating this. So we're just going to repeat what we're doing all the way to the end. And we'll have a total of the start of 4 cables. Let's see, we've already started 2. 1, 2. We're getting ready to do another one. And then we'll just repeat it all the way to the end. There'll be 6 double crochets in between each cable stitch. Okay, I just did my last cable here, and if you look, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches left, and then this kind of chain on the end, which is going to count as the 6th one. So go ahead and double crochet in each of them 6 stitches. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the top of this last one here, that top stitch makes 6. Okay, for row 3 we want to chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to be doing kind of the same thing, only we're going to be working back post triple crochets. So we're going to go ahead and put 1 double crochet in each of these first 6 stitches, starting with this very first one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to be working back post triple crochets. So we're going to be working around the post of these stitches here. So we're going to go around these front 3 first, and then these 3 back here first, or next. So what we're going to do is yarn over twice, and we're going to come in from the back and around the post of that first one, like that, and triple crochet. Back posts, they're easy, but I guess they get a little confusing at first. Okay, again, yarn over twice, find your next stitch there, and go around from the back part of it, like that. You can see the post is on the back of my hook. Triple crochet. Okay, again, this one right here, you can see that it's next. Yarn over twice, go around the post from the back, and triple crochet, just like that. So when you flip it over, you can see they're kind of lined up. Now we're going to do our front post triple crochet around these 3 stitches. This one, and then this one. So you yarn over twice, and you just kind of dig around and move stitches around to get where you need to be. So push these ones in the front back, go around the post of that one, and triple crochet that, and then the next one right here, yarn over twice, go from behind it around the post, triple crochet, and then you can see you have one more here, from behind and around the post, triple crochet, like that. And when you flip it over, you can see the start of your cables. And the more rows you do, the more they'll start crossing over and looking like cables. Now we're going to put 1 double crochet in each of the next 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, now we'll be working the back post triple crochet again. We do these 3 posts first that are in the front, this one, this one, and this one, and then we go back and we start with this one, this one, and this one. That's the order that we do them in. So we yarn over twice and we go in from the back and around the post like that, and triple crochet. There's one. I'll go to the next one. Two, and then the next one up here. You see it? And then we're going to start back here and get this one, and this one. Back post triple crochet. So we're just coming in from the back like that, and then triple crocheting around the post like that. And you see you got one more left. Oh, just like that. And you can flip it over and look and make sure it looks right, and you can see that it does. Okay, now that's the repeat for this time around. We'll start by doing again 1 double crochet in each of the next 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then we'll be at our cable and we'll work our back post triple just like before. We do these 3 stitches up in here first, that one, that one, and that one, and then we come back and we do it around these 3, that one, that one, and that one, and go and repeat this pattern to the end. Okay, when you make it to the end, here's my last cables, and I just finished out with a double crochet in the last 6 stitches, and then I'm gonna chain 1 and turn. You can see my cables forming, and now it's just a repeat of rows 2 and 3. You just do the front post mark we did to the end, turn it around, back post, front post, back crochet. So it's row 2, row 3, row 2, row 3. So now I'm going to be doing row 2 again. So I'll do the double crochets in these 6 stitches, and then I'll do my front post triples, and I'll repeat that to the end. Flip it, double crochets in these stitches, and back post triples, double crochets, back post triples, and you just keep repeating them 2 rows until you get to, you need to have a total of 29 rows, counting this very first row of double crochet that we did. So we're repeating rows 2 and 3, and you can see we're on row 3 right now. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to start this row again, then this row, then this row, then this row, until we get a total of 29 rows. Okay, once you get your 29 rows done, you should have ended where you just finished the back row. What we're going to do is go around it all with single crochet, so it makes it easier to sew together. But I'm going to go ahead and chain 1 after this row. Well, and then I'm going to turn my work so my good side of my work is facing me, so the stitches will be on the right side. So all we're going to do is just go across the top, putting 1 single crochet in every stitch here, And all that's going to do is make it look nicer. Plus, when we sew it together, it'll be easier this way. Like that. So one single crochet across the top, and I'll meet you right back over here at this first corner. Okay, I went across the top there, and I'm here at my first corner. Now in every corner I want to do 3 single crochets in the corner stitch. That kind of helps round the corner out. 3 in the same stitch. That way it lays flat. There's 2, and there's 3. So like that. And now I'm going to kind of start going down the long side of my, I guess it's the long side, no, the other side of my work here. And on this side you can see that the double crochets are on their sides, and it's going to be kind of hard to tell where to put the stitches. But we want to try to have the same number of stitches on both pieces. That way when we sew it together, they pretty much match up the same number. So what we're going to do is, for every one of these double crochets here, we're going to put 2 single crochets in the side of it. That's kind of what I'm going to go account for. But since we put 3 in this corner one, we're only going to put 1 in this first double crochet. So I'm just going to kind of go in the side of it like that, and single crochet. Now I'm going to go to the next double crochet, which is right here, and I'm going to put 2 single crochets in it. So kind of in the top part of it, single crochet, and kind of just go through the bottom part of it like that. And then in the next one, kind of go through the top part of it and put a single crochet and the bottom part of it like that. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but just try if you can to get 2 single crochets in each one of these double crochets that are on the side. So put 1 single in the top of it and kind of just go down a little bit and put 1 in the bottom part of it like that. That way both pieces are going to kind of be close to having the same amount of stitches. It's just easier that way when you sew it together. So I'm going to continue around, putting 1 double crochet in every stitch. But you know, on these sides I'm kind of making it where there's, each double crochet has 2 doubles in it, or each double crochet has 2 singles in it, and that's acting like 1 double crochet, or 1 single crochet in every stitch. Sorry, I'm confusing myself, probably confusing you too. But in each of the 4 corners I'm going to put 3 single crochets, and you can see how nicely that rounded that out. So I'm still working here, putting 1 single crochet in the top of the double and 1 single in the bottom part. And then I move to the next double crochet, 1 single crochet in the top part of it, 1 single crochet in the bottom part of it. And that's just, it's just kind of evenly spacing them out. And you want to do this all the way around, down this side, all the way down this side. And then when you get to the corner, you just put 3 single crochets in the corner, and then you work up at the top, 1 single crochet in every stitch, all the way back down the other side, and then back to your starting point. Okay, when you make it all the way back around to the beginning, in your first single crochet that you did, you want to go ahead and put 2 more single crochets in it. That way, counting that first one, you'll have 3. So go right in there and put 2 more, and then slip stitch into that first one like that. And then you can tie this off, and you want to do both pieces exactly the same, and then we'll sew it together Okay, to sew it together, you want to take your two sides and lay them where the good sides are facing you on both sides. So we won't be flipping it inside out or anything. I'm going to sew the good sides. I'm actually going to sew 3 sides together, and then I'll put my pillow insert in, and then I'll finish sewing it up. Or the fiber fill, if you're wanting to use the fiber fill. Sew up like 3 sides first. But I'm just using a yarn needle and a piece of yarn. And you can start anywhere that you want. I'll probably just start in a corner. And all I'm going to do is try to match up my stitches here. I'm going to go through a stitch on this side. And I'm going to try to find the same stitch on the other side. And then go through it. I'm going to leave a long tail that I can sew in later. And now I'm going to go from the side that I just came out on into the next stitch. Both loops on that next stitch. And then into the next stitch on this one. Like that. And then I'm going to go to the next stitch and go through both loops. And then the same stitch, the next stitch on the other side. Go through both loops. Like that. Go through. Okay. Go through the next stitch. And then stitch on this piece. It's really easy. Just sewing it together. I'm not whipping it over. I'm going from side to side. That way there's no stitches on top. Stitch on this piece. Stitch on the next piece. Make sure you're pulling it tight. And then the next stitch over here. Next stitch here. And this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it all the way around. 3 sides. And then I'll insert my pillow. And then I'll finish sewing it up. So I'll go ahead and do this for 3 sides. And then I'll meet back up with you. And you can watch me and put the pillow in, I guess. Just like that. All the way around, 3 sides. Okay, I got 3 sides sewed up. That's what it kind of looks like. I got some tails that I have to sew in, but now I'm going to just stuff my insert in here. If you're using fiber fill though, like the loose fiber fill, you might want to, on your 4th side, your last side, you might want to sew it up a little bit more. Like to here or something, halfway, and then stuff it. And then finish it off. I think it'd be easier that way, but for the big pillow like me, I have to leave my whole side open. So I'm going to stuff it in there. Okay, I got my insert shoved in there. Now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to continue where I left off with my yarn needle. Sewing it all the way up. And you can kind of situate this here at the corners and stuff as you go. But so I'm going to go ahead and finish sewing my all the way up. Okay, once you make it to the end, what I'm going to do is I'm going to neatly sew in my tails, since the sewing is going to be on the outside of the work where you can see it. You just want to do it real neatly, but you want to make sure you get them sewed in or they're not going to come undone. But this is all there really is to it. It's really not hard, I don't think. I thought it was a little time consuming, but the cables always are, but they're worth it because they're real pretty. I love cable stitches. Like that. And you just go through and get all your tails sewed in. And then clip off all the extra yarns. Like that. I've got a few more tails, but that's all there is to it. After you get everything clipped up, it's finished. So it was pretty easy. I hope you were able to follow along okay. And if you make this or anything that you make, crochet or knit, doesn't even have to be crochet, I'd really like to see a picture of it. You could post a picture on the Bagoday Crochet Facebook page. I'll put a link to that below in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my other tutorials. And until next time, have a good day.